There's something in the air this eclipse season. For years now, I have been going through this just intense amount of death. I'm a Scorpio. Pretty much all the time I can handle that, right? I love being a Scorpio. That's just what it is. But there's something about the majorness of the death that I've been going through that made it really, really hard. My life was could have been worse. So grateful it was not. But it was also difficult for a while. So now for probably like 6 months to a year, I've been coming out of that hard spot. I've been coming out of that hard place. And I swear it up and down, all right? Yes, I do. I feel free of the disaster that I was going through. Was it a disaster? Sure. You know what? I have other words for it, but I feel like that word fits a little bit. It sits, you know? But this eclipse season, I feel so connected to myself again. I remember when I started dreaming up what I do now, years and years and years ago. It was my first apartment. I would sit on the floor of the apartment and I would do yoga and I would stretch and I'd listen to music and I would heal and I would write and I would create. I would sit with my plants. I had a whole bunch of plants. I would sit with my plants. It was literally like an altar of plants. Okay, love that for myself. I would make super good food and take really good care of myself, and I would meditate, and I would make sure, like, there was one day I looked in the mirror at that period of my life and I realized that I didn't like what I was looking at. I literally looked in the mirror and I was like, oh, I'm ugly. Pardon me. Pardon me. What do you mean you think you're ugly? No. So immediately I was like, I feel like I'm ugly. I don't love myself. I don't like that. We have to change that. So then for like 30 days after that, it was like a month, I heard somewhere that to build a habit, you've got to do it for 30 days. So I was like, every single day, I don't care if I believe it or not, I'm looking in the mirror and I'm telling myself I love myself. And it worked. I did really love myself after those 30 days. Like, it was like a love mirror magic. It was great. But also, that was like 2016. Yeah, that was like 2016, which is when the lunar nodes that we're in for this eclipse season, that's when they were switched. So the south node's in Virgo now, the north node was in Virgo then. So it makes sense why that parallel, or like why that is like coming back up at this time. But the severity of the darkness that I was in, not me also still cloaked in black right now, but whatever it is. I've always been, how do I say this? A shadow girl, shadow witch, shadow. I've always been, I like wearing black, shadow, punk, metal, whatever, okay? It is. Shadowed, I think, is a good word. I've always been a little shadowed. Moving on. The amount of darkness I've been in, the amount of shadows I've been carrying, I didn't really realize how, like, the gravity of them until now that we're sitting in this eclipse season and I'm starting to pick up things I love again. I've started studying math again, which I've been doing for like on the side for years now. And now that I'm like getting back into it, I can feel the artist in me works best when it's obsessed with whatever it's doing, that archetype of the artist. And I can feel the artist in me starting to become obsessed again with the things that I'm picking up. So I'm really looking forward to seeing kind of like what comes out of it, because for a long time, when did I first go viral? 2020, the end of 2020. I've been working on my art since before then. 2016 was when I started working on my like quote unquote professional career of things. That's crazy to think about. But yeah, it was around then. The office I worked at let me hang up my paintings and they let me paint on the walls, the person who owned the building. It was pretty cool. That was a cool project. And then from there, it was like on the up and up with also a lot of like, my life got really crazy for a second. My life's been crazy since then. I don't know who I'm trying to kid. My life has been crazy since then, but I'm like back to ground zero, non-ironically, because zero and the theory of zero is something I'm studying in my math right now. Anyways, back to ground zero in the sense that I'm back to where I started, but I have all this experience. Like, I just went through 9 years of roller coaster, how in the flippity flutter-do, well, that's a new one. How in the flippity flutter-do did I make it to this place? Like, it's crazy to look at the story, but then also I am the person now that I needed to be back then to be able to do now what I do. I wanted it so badly then, and I was just like, I was ready in my heart, but was not prepared in our world, and there's a difference. But now I feel prepared in our world, and also it's been helping me heal my heart. That's true, because when you go through dark stuff, shadows, trauma, you gotta heal it. Well, you don't have to, but I would rather heal it and sit with the mess of it than try to hold the grossness for the rest of my life. Personal preference, you know? Sometimes you gotta hold it for a while, though. There's some stuff I've been holding for a while that I'm working on letting go of. So you know what? Congrats on that if that's something you're working on, because I am too. But yeah, I feel home again, really. I feel home again. I feel home again in myself. I feel home again in what I'm creating. I feel home again in what I'm doing. I feel home again as an artist. I feel home again. I have not felt that way in a long time. Also, my book on time magic is set to publish 9/9/2025. 999. So if you're interested in that, there's more information on the website. If you listen to me yap about this stuff this long, you might be interested in it. Maybe, hopefully. I'm working on a lot of theory stuff. That's the math stuff that I picked up again. I've been working on a lot of theory with zero, the theory of zero, how it interacts with time. And recently I've started learning about, where's the book? Time loop gravity, which is it's like quantum theory. Or maybe it's been proven. Honestly, I haven't gotten far enough into it yet to be able to tell you the difference. Anyways, though, it's my Saturn return, so I'm taking this like very, very literally also, in the sense that I know that I need to be consistent with stuff, you know, but Saturn is the god of time, and I am a priestess who makes offerings to the spirits, so I'm taking it very literally as my math brain returns, and I'm gonna sit and learn during the next 6 months through that publication date. I'm gonna learn more about time magic, because I've got a binder sitting in front of me that's like, it's a pretty thick boy, okay? It's a pretty thick binder of stuff that I've just casually studied over the years, and this is normally how my studies surface. It's like years of just like randomly learning things and then realizing, oh, this is something, and then starting to put the pieces together and then deciding to actually like go into it and finish it, or, you know, yeah. I don't know if I'm gonna finish, like I know I'm gonna write the book, but when it comes to the theories that I'm working on, I don't know yet what I'm gonna be in the discovery of, so that's the part that I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna finish it. But then again, maybe I'll just come up with the theory and then it'll be proofed later on. You know, the person who comes up with the theory isn't necessarily the one who proofs it, but if I can proof it, that'd be pretty cool too. Anyways, that's gonna be my artist focus, and then I picked up painting stuff again recently, which is super good. And I've just been feeling more at home. I feel like I finally hit like equilibrium after years and years of fighting to get out of the trenches. Thank the gods. Thank me too. Thank you for being here, because I would not have made it through what I was going through if I didn't have this. Which sounds, I don't know how it sounds. Whatever. It's true. Okay, it's true. Had I not have what I have here on the internet, I would not have made it through what I was going through. That's not true. I'd have made it through because I always find a way. And also, it made it more enjoyable. Like it like gave me hope continuously throughout the dark days, months, years, time frame period that I was in. For now, those are my eclipse reflections. It's been a weird time, to be honest with you. I have a feeling my content is going to be changing a little bit. I don't know how, though. I'm not exactly sure how. I just know that it's going to be shifting. More personal, maybe, like here and now. It's possible that that's true. Spirit told me a couple months ago I'm not going to recognize myself in like 6 months. It's been a couple, and I'm starting to not recognize myself already, so that's crazy. Plus, for like a week and a half now, almost every single day, I've been seeing trees of ravens. Love you, ravens. Love you, change. So that's been pretty spooky. I still feel like I'm like leading up to something. That's the other part, because we just went through the Virgo eclipse. We haven't gotten to the Aries eclipse yet as I'm filming this. And I feel like, where are you taking me? Where are we going? We'll find out when we get there. I'm looking forward to it. Anyways, gratitude, reverence, and love to you. Thanks for sitting and listening to me chat about what's been going on, because it's been a crazy time. Hopefully your eclipse season is helping you realign yourself too, because it's kind of unexpected, but well directed. That's true. And I'll talk to you soon. More to come another time.